I think Taylor Swift.
There's no Taylor Swift.
It's Bob Marley.
Bob Marley, what would you say?
I can't tell you what I would say.
Just tears and a big hug.
We're definitely on this time.
Okay, we walk on the streets and we see so many amazing people around us, and we don't even know how amazing they are. They have so much to say to us, to share about what they love, what inspires them, and we just pass by and we just don't even know about it. Thanks for your time and for watching. And Smash, can you share with us about in whom you have found the biggest inspiration in your life?
I'll be honest with you, it's Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Because the way he expressed his music and what he's saying, he's a spiritual guy, and he's a big legend of mine. I even like Bobby Moore, who won I'm a big West Ham fan, and they won the World Cup, West Ham, and Bobby Moore was another gentleman.
Can you tell us if there are any specific song or maybe performance of Bob Marley which you like the most?
No Woman, No Cry.
No Woman, No Cry.
Very good song.
Yeah.
I've got all his music. Yeah. It's the only person I didn't see. I've seen James Brown, I've seen a lot of artists.
Yeah.
I just didn't get a chance to see him, but before I could even see him, he died. Very sad. He had cancer on the foot.
Yeah.
And then what happened? He wouldn't have treatment.
I've heard the story.
And then what happened was he went to Switzerland and then he died there. So sad. He's a lovely guy.
Can I ask you, if you would find yourself in front of Bob Marley right now, what would you say to him?
Well, I'd just tell him what a good artist and what a nice person he is. He didn't care about money. He loved people, and that's very important to, love people and be good to people. I'm like that. If I see homeless people, I'll give them drink or I'll give them money. I've always been like that. I ain't got a lot of money, but that's how I am.
Famous person? I would say she's my sister.
Oh, that's great. You have found inspiration in her.
Yeah, okay.
What about you?
For me, maybe I think Taylor Swift. She's
Taylor
right now,
Swift.
recently she's having concert in London, and I would say, she's really, inspiring. She's really positive, and she treats her friends so friendly, and she gives her love to the world. So I think, she's my icon.
If there are any specific action of Taylor Swift or performance which has inspired you the most?
Actually, I haven't had a chance to, join her performance yet, because I'm joining one of the concerts in August. So I'm really excited. But I would say, I've watched the movie of her concert I would say 2 months ago, and I was really touched because she prepared all the performances with her heart, I would say. So I think there's nothing specific, but I would say probably the lyrics in her songs. So I would say every time when I feel down or I feel like touching or something like that, I would listen to her songs and I'd be like,
just healing for you, right?
It's soothing for me.
Great. And the last question for you. If you find yourself in front of Taylor Swift, what would you like to say to her?
I probably will burst into tears first, because I was like, oh my god, I'm so surprised that I can stand in front of her. But I would probably say thank you so much for although she's not physically beside me or something, but I feel like every time I listen to her songs, I feel like she's next to me and she's telling something to me. So I would say keep being yourself, and we will always support you, and thank you for being you. Thank you.
You want to turn back now?
Turn back?
No, there's no Taylor Swift.
I stand that kind of prank, and Taylor's really stand back and say, oh my god, and I'll just cry.
Can I ask one question? One question for you. In which way your sister inspired you the most? Which action or qualities of your sister has inspired you?
Because she go to abroad by herself alone. And it inspired me to go to exchange to Japan. Yes, because when I was a student, actually I just graduated. Yes, when I was 18, I'm very afraid to connection or communication.
I see.
With others, and even,
to get out of the comfort zone.
Even though the foreigner, I don't know how to speak English, speak other
But you're doing well, actually.
Yes, yes. And I go to Japan by myself and makes lots of friends from different country. Yes.
And considering all you've just said right now, maybe what would you like to say to your sister?
Yeah, I come to UK is for Taylor Swift and my sister.
Yeah, my dad. My dad is my biggest inspiration.
That's great. And can you just tell us in which way he has inspired you? Maybe some specific qualities or actions?
Well, I think my dad never stops exploring. Like, he reinvented himself many, many times. He's been like, he's been a doctor, he's been an entrepreneur, he's been like, a businessman. He loves history, he does a lot of history. Then he became who did he become? He became like a psychologist, more sort of. Yeah, so it's always been redeveloping, and like he's 50 plus years, so it's very good. Like,
that sounds great. And after all what you just said about your dad, if you see himself in front of you, what would you say to him right now?
I'll just tell him I love you, Dad, and happy birthday. His birthday was a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, my congratulations! Thanks a lot.
No worries. No worries.
Have a nice evening.
You too.
Maybe my dad. Yeah, he's always inspired me.
Can you tell us which specific qualities or actions, like in which way he has inspired you?
My father is a businessman, and I'm doing business now either. So every time I got some results, I hope my father can give me some like.
Don't worry, this one. Take your time. Take your time.
Okay. So, but he always said, it's not enough. This is not good enough. That is not good. You have to do more.
To push harder.
Yes, because my father he's the most known person in the world. So you know, when I get some result, I will, to lose control. Like no.
I see. And if you find yourself in front of your father, what would you say to him just right now?
My father is in China now, so if he's in front of me now, I would say, yes, thank you. I would say, you are the best dad in the world. Yeah.
Great.
Whoa. Wow, let me think. I think probably my grandfather.
Your grandfather?
Yeah.
And can you tell us in which way he has inspired you? Maybe any specific qualities or actions which has inspired you?
Yeah, he was a great storyteller.
Okay.
And he used to tell stories really in a captivating way.
Oh, I see.
And he could remember them all in his head.
Okay.
And he would sort of come up with them, and then he would remember them and retell them, and that inspired me to do writing myself.
So you do writing? You write books?
I try to.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And maybe is there any specific story which has inspired you, told to you by your granddad?
Oh, he always put in magical realism in his stories. It would always be about very much day-to-day life, but he would put a magical element, and when I write, I always try to incorporate magical elements because I want to, share stories that there's more magic in life.
Yeah.
And so I was also really, when I grew up, I loved reading Harry Potter because that magical aspect was great for me.
Great.
I love that.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And the last question, if you just find yourself now after what you just said, if you find yourself in front of your dad, what would you say to him?
Oh, that my grandfather. Yeah.
Your grandfather.
Yeah. Oh, I would tell. Oh, well, he's dead, so I can't. But I would tell him that what he did was really worth so much, and I think he didn't realize that.
I see.
Like, he had a great talent, and I don't think he thought that. So yeah, that really inspired me. I don't think he knows that, so that would have been amazing.
I'm dancer from Japan, so my big inspirations are USA people.
Okay.
So this is dancer name is Popin Pete. This is he before do the Michael Jackson for back dances. He teach to like the moonwalk. So he's inspired to me. So for in the life.
Okay, can you please tell us maybe any like specific quality or action by the person which like inspired you the most, maybe?
For the reason, right?
Hmm?
What to say is better. So,
Maybe some of his performances.
Yeah, I think so. His performance is also a big inspiration for me. When I was 4 years old, I started to dance. So that's why still I'm 28 years old, 24 years. This is his dance performance is inspired to me always.
Great. Thanks for your answer. And just last question.
Okay.
If you find yourself now in front of him, what would you like to say?
Already I met him. So yeah, but so always so.
What did you say to him first?
Forever I say him that he's my hero. Like he's my hero. So like Spider-Man, like Batman, like that. Yeah, for Marvel for me.
Yeah, it's a singer. It's a singer. It's called Matoub Lounès. He was murdered by his own government. He was fighting for human rights. He have a very beautiful sing. And this is you can say the first one who inspired me to. I can say.
Is there any like particular song or his performance which has inspired you most?
Yeah.
Which one? Can you tell us, please?
Yeah, he's got a song called. It's in Berber language. It's North African language, and it's called Ayafrokh. Ayafrokh, it means a bird.
Is there like direct interpreting translation in English of this song? So you maybe just try to find it.
Yeah, I guess that it would be. It would be yeah. If you search, it will be an interpretation. Yeah, if you search on YouTube and it's got too many songs.
Can you spell again how
it's called Ayafrokh. Ayafrokh. This is in Berber language. It means a bird. A bird in
yes. And just last question.
Yeah.
If you find yourself in front of the person right now, what would you say?
I can't tell you what I would say. I would say I can just imagine that
you
feeling.
Can't express
this. I can't express
different.
the feeling. Just to ask me this question, I can't express it. It's just gonna be I can
full of emotions.
Full of emotions.
Fredrick, Earl, Mosley.
And can you tell us maybe like some specific qualities or actions of the person which has inspired you the most?
He really goes for what he stands for, and he tries to share that and uses his organizational skills to pass on his love for certain things and to help people.
So. Maybe any specific like action like in which you found like the most inspiration, or one of them maybe.
No, it's
like
more of a continuous attitude that he has towards people and his willingness to help people.
And if you find yourself in front of the person, what would you like to say to him?
Thank you.
I would say my best friend. So she's younger than me, but she just has this like warmth and like wisdom that I don't know, I find it inspiring.
Is there maybe like any specific action of the person who has inspired you the most, or in which way, maybe like in more details if you can share with us?
I think it's just the way she treats me as a friend and like the love that I receive from her, and the kind of, I'll give you an example actually. So living in London, I feel like it made me a bit cold and selfish. Once we were walking down the street just here, and there were these two men, and she saw that there were women in front of them and they looked scared. So she was looking like potentially going to get involved, and I was thinking, why would you get involved and put yourself in danger? But for her, it's just instinct to protect and like
people,
make people feel safe. So I thought it was nice.
That's an amazing example.
Yeah.
Thank you. And just last question, considering just all what you've just said, if you see her now in front of yourself, and considering all what you just said, what would you like to say to her? Maybe like your something about, you know better.
Say to remember to give yourself the same love that you give other people.
Sure. I'd say my grandmother. She was a nurse during World War II, and she also managed a lighthouse, and goodness, I mean, she just wanted to make sure the boys got home safe and all that kind of thing. And then she grew up to be very, very stylish, and so I loved that about her. And yeah, I'd just say my grandmother.
And if you, right now, if you find yourself just in front of your grandmother, what would you like to say to her?
I'd say I wish you didn't die so soon. I would have loved to have more time with you and just hear even more of your stories. Yeah, that would be the most important.
It's such a big question. Well, I would say maybe emotionally my mom, and maybe in a professional sense Vivienne Westwood, because I used to be a designer and I worked with her many years ago.
Can you maybe tell us about some specific qualities of action in which you have found the biggest inspiration about your mom and about the...
Yes.
Sorry, I didn't catch the name. Is it
Vivienne Westwood.
Vivienne Westwood.
Well, Vivienne Westwood was such a genius, so it was an inspiration herself, you know, working with her, seeing how creative she could be, her vision of life through dresses. It was such a massive impact on my life. My mom, well, I think the biggest thing she taught me was to feel the others in an emotional way. Like, you really, I mean, I think I learned from her how to put myself into people's shoes, feeling what they feel in a way.
Look from their point of view, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And if you find yourself in front of your mother and then in front of the Vivienne Westwood,
they both died by the
So if you find yourself, just to imagine, so what would you like to say to them after considering what you just said in this last minute?
Yeah. Well, to my mom would be very complicated because it would be too emotional. Probably it would be hard to say.
Burst into tears.
Whatever. Yes, maybe just tears and a big hug. But I would say thank you to both of them.
We're definitely on this time.
Yeah, cool. Okay, can you please share with us about the person or group of people maybe in whom you have found the biggest inspiration of your life?
Okay, well, I would have to say that at this stage in my life, when I really think about it, it's all of the women in my life. It's the group of friends that I've, over time, you know, come to meet, come to collect, like my little tribe of people. Yeah.
And if you find yourself in front of all this group of people in whom you have found the inspiration, what would you like to say to all of them?
Well, I would like to say, you know, keep being you. Keep doing all of the things that you've been doing, whether it's to, you know, really support each other, support me, help inspire so many people. Yeah, and that's really it. Just thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for the amazing answer.
All right.
Yeah. Smash the subscribe button below the video and like the video, but only if you like it. And thank you for watching the video. See you soon. Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm here on Brick Lane in London to bring you a special episode. We are going to be talking to people